In fact, it's a niche branch of embedded systems, I would rather call, and mainly targeted for aerospace. You take engineering, you have three broad categories. Like, I mean, everything revolves around it. One is mechanical, the other one is electronics, and the third one will be your computer science or the programming part. And if you take aerospace in general, it is nothing but mechanical engineering done better. So it is targeted for aircraft systems and spacecraft. So the level of safety and the precision will be more given more importance in aerospace engineering. Coming to avionics, avionics is nothing but an abbreviation or a term which is coined from aviation electronics. So it's a branch of engineering where it deals with systems that are aimed to be implemented in aviation instruments, like aircrafts, missiles, and spacecrafts. So in fact, it's a niche branch of embedded systems, I would rather call, and mainly targeted for aerospace, mainly electronics and programming. But you need to know the physics of the aircrafts and the targeted application to develop a proper system for it. So we need to know the physics of it. Avionics is part of an aerospace engineering thing. Aerospace is a broad topic, I would say. Like you have system engineers, a structural engineer. Building an aircraft is a multidisciplinary approach. So you have civil people involved, you have mechanical people involved, you have instrumentation people involved, and of course programming. Nevertheless, so as an aerospace engineer, you have your options to go with what you want. So if you are interested in building it, you can become a structural engineer for it. Or if you are interested in the engines part, you can become a propulsion engineer. Or if you are like me, you can probably get into avionics if the electronics part is interesting. Avionics is a part of aerospace engineering, I would say. But you need not be an aerospace engineer to pursue avionics. That is also there. So as long as you have your fundamentals built strong in electronics and programming, and if you are from mechanical or even EC background, I see a lot of people working in avionics. But be ready to learn about the physics of the aircraft or the missile, which the system is developed. You see, there are two ways to go with that. If people are concerned about getting a government job or work with the government agencies, they can always find that there are multiple DRDO labs under different banners like AD, ADA, and even I think ISRO has a couple of, not just couple, like more than 4 branches which deals with aerospace and avionics part. But we still feel that with ISRO the things are a bit different. Although they are an aerospace agencies, they don't employ much of aerospace engineers per se. They have opened up a quota kind of a thing, like whenever there is a 30%, I believe. So if they are hiring 100 engineers, so 30% will be aerospace and aeronautical engineers so far. But basically their ideology is that they've been building the spacecrafts with the help of mechanical, computer science, and electronics folks so far, and they want to continue with that. And if ISRO is your goal, they always have their institute in Trivandrum. Again, I think the IIT JEE exam is the entrance for it. So I would rather say, if you want to work with ISRO, rather try to get into that institute, which is run by ISRO. I think it's ISS, Indian Institute of Science. That will give you the entry ticket right away into the ISRO teams, because it is a very limited seats. I heard like it was 30 to 50 BTech seats and just 30 master's seats that they run throughout the year. So that is one thing. But again, they come up with entrance exams and recruitment exams time to time. However, if you come to the private part, you have a number of opportunities again. So right now we have, the Collins Aerospace is there. They are expanding continuously. And second thing, Boeing, Airbus, they also have their offshore development centers, I would call, in India, in Bangalore, Hyderabad. I think Boeing is going to open one more center in Hyderabad, I guess. So they also continuously, employ Indian folks, especially on the avionics part and the aerospace engineering folks, to work on their projects. However, you don't get to work on the real aircrafts even if you get into Boeing or Airbus directly. I would say like you'll be given a part of it to test or verify and support the certification activities from India. That is mainly because of the ITAR restrictions which the US government imposes. But things with Airbus is different, I believe. So you get to work on their main product, which we call the flight management computer, which is the master computer of the aircraft. Avionics, the best way I would say is get into an aerospace engineering stream, be it BTech, BE, or whatever. So you can always do your aerospace or aeronautical engineering. They both have differences like computer science and IT. So the only difference is that we, as an aerospace engineer, you will have a couple of papers, or not couple of papers, 4 to 5 papers extra on the outer space elements, which the aeronautical part doesn't cover. But nevertheless, like for avionics, I would say aerospace engineering is the best way. But if you don't want to narrow your vision and you want to have your options open, you can always go with mechanical engineering. Because mechanical engineering is another broad perspective wherein aerospace comes in as a subset of a mechanical part. So you can always do mechanical engineering and have your specialization in aerospace. Okay, but again, once you do that, and if you parallelly develop your technical skills in the programming and stuff, you can still end up as an avionics engineer. That is one way. The other one, other way is that ECE folks also nowadays come into avionics, because primarily like most of the part has embedded systems. They also play a typical role. The aerospace engineer, maybe you will be, nowadays you are able to find jobs, okay, at least the entry-level jobs nowadays. But to help you land with a job or have multiple opportunities with multiple employers, I would rather say a master's degree is definitely needed. Okay. Once you do that, your visibility to the companies will widen, and you'll start getting more offers. You start getting more internships also as a master's student. Because I would say the 4 years of journey for aerospace engineering is too limited, and that is to be agreed, because there are a lot of systems, a lot of topics, and it just gives you a flavor of each domains or each subjects that are involved in aerospace engineering in your bachelor's, and you have to build your tech expertise with your master's degree. PhD is not a mandate, but if you want to work on the research side and innovation part rather than like a day-to-day system fixes and other stuff, if you want to be on the research wing, then probably a PhD is needed. Everybody is going to do 15 to 20 subjects, and everybody is going to pass or do something. But what gives you the edge is you have to start working on some, it may be rudimentary or something, or some sort of an idea, and start building a prototype with it. See, nowadays the microcontrollers like Arduino Uno and even Raspberry single board computers like Raspberry Pi, they are available for very low cost. Maybe Raspberry Pi might be costly a bit now, but nevertheless within a 10,000 budget you could always build a small lab before you with microcontrollers, sensors and other stuff. So start building projects, like whatever you have studied. Let's say on the sensors part, I did there's something called as inertial measurement unit, and then data reckoning. So these things you can build with these small microcontrollers, a miniature version of it, and you can always put it in your profile, in your resume when you start searching for jobs. And if possible, build a video of it, write blogs in LinkedIn that I have tried this is how I ended up building this product, and this is how I went and searched for this. And in India, like, you may not find the products right away. You might have to do some jugaad to find the alternative product that might help you building your complete project. So these things will once you build project, even let it be a web application, I would say, so that will help. You see, if I post that I have built this web application using so and so technologies, like I use React for front end, Django for back end, whatever technologies I have used, it may be a very rudimentary one, or the tutorial which you followed in Udemy or YouTube. If you start building it and do some customizations towards it, you are supposed to, the employer will get the eye on you. because eventually the keywords which they search is for, based on the job profiles, is like, people with electronics or something. And when your projects have these things, you will be definitely given a call, or you have an edge over it. And even while on the interview, you will feel more confident while answering the specific subject related questions. The agencies that do these things are very limited, especially in India. So that's where I said, when you do your masters in abroad, since most of the universities have tie up with the institutions that manufacture or have something going on in the aerospace field, you have the edge of getting these internships and apprentice activities. However, in India, what you can do is that you can always approach DRDO labs. They may not post it openly that we have internships going on, we need people to come and do internships. It may not be open that way. No, trust me, DRDO round the clock tries to do something, and they want to build things on our own. No, they don't want to purchase something commercial from the commercial suppliers like Airbus, Boeing, or something because of the defense-related matters and other things. DRDO strives to build something on things. So I would rather say, if you are a propulsion engineer, find the DRDO labs and ISRO labs. Write a mail to them, or find some way of connect with your professors who has a link with them. Most of the professors will have connect with ISRO scientists and retired ISRO. Most colleges nowadays employ the retired ISRO scientists to be the visiting faculties. So try to get in touch with them and ask their help to gain entry into this internship. They'll be happy to give you that internship if you are ready to say that I am willing to do it. But again, the internships will be very, very rigorous, because not many people will be there, and you might have to play various hats there and extended hours with a very limited money for the internship they pay. Literally, like, you have to shadow some scientists in ISRO round the clock. You may be asked to run here and there. So, but it is an interesting experience in the end of the day, like that, even if it is a 1 month or 2 month.